Hey guys, I'm back. Uh, I decided to chat a little bit more with you guys. Um, I I actually wanted to talk about I'm finishing my first campaign tomorrow, and it's I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty psyched. Um, I'm expecting a lot. The guys are we've been playing Curse of Strahd for the past 6 months now, I'm guessing, and it was it's been pretty fun. And by what I mean by finish my first campaign, um, it's not my first ever campaign that I've made. I didn't even make it. It's a supplement, but I've made a number of campaigns. But the thing about D&D is it takes so long to finish one. People burn out. People decide they don't want to play anymore. People have responsibilities that they need to get with. Um, and so because of that, people start to fall off and um, realize that they can't do it anymore. And eventually, if nobody's playing games anymore, there's no reason to run the campaign anymore. So it sort of turned into a little bit of a chore to finish a campaign. Not a chore you don't want to do. You want to finish it, and it is fun. It's rewarding, but it's just later it becomes more of a commitment. And so when I mean finishing my first campaign is the first time I'm finishing a campaign with my groups. Um, they they currently have been playing Curse of Strahd, and it's very interesting because I've thrown in some homebrew stuff in there too. Um, um, but uh, tomorrow we're finishing it. Strahd is finally going to get his due. Um, the characters are going to get their rewards. I've got a special reward and ending set up because I don't really care for the ending of Curse of Strahd. I think it's kind of lacking. Um, and for those of you who don't know, because you might not play D&D, Curse of Strahd is a supplement campaign for D&D. D&D is majorly homebrew. You can do anything you want as long as it's in your imagination. You can set anything up. Um, but D&D also publishes supplements, which are expansion packs, pretty much, kind of like in a video game, like in the Dragonborn DLC in Skyrim. Um, um, yeah, they're expansions published in books and sold. Um, and Curse of Strahd is one of those. Um, it's about a. It's actually a story that has been made in the very first D&D, and it just keeps getting remade every uh, edition. Well, for fifth edition, they came out with one, uh, which is a full remake. Others are usually sequels or predecessors. This one was a full remake, and really well done, might I add. It was a sandbox-based game, meaning you can pretty much do whatever you want in it. They just give you the story, and you follow whatever you want. Um, and It's about a man named Stradvan Zarovich who is pretty much the Dracula of D&D, and he pretty much resides in this domain, which was his country he ruled over before he became a vampire. And when he became a vampire, he sort of cursed the place to be forever enveloped in darkness. And once you enter, you can never leave. And the story is pretty much set up as which is a guessable story. The heroes get stuck there, and they have to find their way out. In doing so, they break the curse, freeing everyone. Um, the only thing about this game, though, is there is a game over. If you die, if the party dies, which they could do that tomorrow, because Strahd, I've looked at his stats, and he's pretty tough. He's going to be tough for them. One or two players might actually die. Um, but it wouldn't be a challenge if they didn't. Um, but there is a game over. They could die tomorrow, and that's it. Now, when I upload this video, it might actually be after the campaign. I don't know for sure, um, but I keep saying tomorrow because I recorded this Monday, um, and the game is on Tuesday. But I'm kind of excited. They're actually in Castle Ravenloft right now, and they've done some pretty crazy stuff so far. Turns out Castle Ravenloft, like I was telling one of my friends that this whole session is turning into a giant Scooby Doo episode because half the group goes into the castle, the big spooky castle with lightning striking down and everything, and very 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 horror themed. Um, they walk into the castle, and first thing they do is they're like, "We need to split up." For some reason, that's their choice. Half the group literally starts exploring the castle, looking for. They're looking for a specific sword, but they're pretty much looking for clues. And, and then the other half, first thing they go towards where all the food is in the banquet hall, and they meet Strahd there and start eating and stuff, and um, they see the first bit of action too. Uh, Meanwhile, the other half of the gang, they're trying to find evidence and everything, and the sword. And while they're doing it, they're running into all these quote unquote monsters. Like there was one part where they they were in this audience hall, which is like a ballroom kind of thing, like a throne room. They're in there, and the big um, athletic guy just is like, um, "Oh, I'm going to step through these doors." And when he does, he sees two skeletons, and instantly he's like, "Oh crap! I need to fight these skeletons." At first, he was afraid. He actually closed the door and was like, "No, I don't want to fight those." And I'm like, "Well, you're tough. You need to fight them." And so he goes back in there and enrages and just like takes the skeletons down. But little does he know, the skeletons are actually just normal bones that are tied together using wires. It's a fake skeleton. Both of them are. And yeah, I got a kick out of that. I thought that was pretty funny. That was actually written into the book. I didn't have to throw that in or anything. Um, and then later, I think my favorite part was later they. Oh, by the way, if you guys are planning on playing Curse of Strahd or are playing Curse of Strahd, spoilers. This happens. Um, I should have said that beforehand. Um, but but there's another part where they run into they like they walk into another hallway, and a big scary vampire comes out, and they think it's Strahd, and they start fighting. You're like, oh gosh, where is it? It's over there. Oh, it's over there. And it turns out it was a mannequin tied up, and they were pretty they were pretty upset about that. Um, but yeah, it was pretty fun, and now they're on their way to getting the Sun Sword, which is the weapon that's destined to kill Strahd, and the only weapon that can kill Strahd, supposedly. Um, but their that's their plan, is to go in there and do that, um, and then they have to race down to catch Strahd. Um, so it's really interesting where they're going with this. Um, the characters are all doing their own thing. They have all their own goals. Like there's one character. A few of them don't have their goals yet, but it's not they're not at max level yet. They're nowhere near it, so they're not even half max level yet. One character, one player is half. He's level 11, so he has a few more to go. But I'm planning on moving the level cap up a little bit. Um, and he's reached godhood now. He's um he's become a deity. He's gaining followers now. That's his major goal now, is trying to gain followers so that he can reach, you know, omnipotent power, ultimate power. And he's uh he's actually going through this thing. He doesn't know it yet, and he doesn't know about this video, so he won't see it. But he's going through this phase where his character is slowly being corrupted, because he was lawful good, or chaotic good, I think he was. Um, he was a paladin, and he's slowly being corrupted because he's getting all this power to be able to do whatever he wants, and he doesn't realize that he doesn't have limits, and he's just doing whatever he wants, and it's slowly corrupting him. He's been doing like blood sacrifices and stuff to get more power, um, but doesn't realize that blood magic and all that stuff is it's not. I mean, even though if he does it for a good cause, he's still doing an evil act, and it's slowly corrupting him. It's pretty cool because it's going to start showing soon. I'm planning on making him grow horns and stuff like that, and he's soon going to be an evil god, like a devil, and I'm kind of excited to see where this takes him. Um, but yeah, um, I'm I'm currently recording this before work, um, and that's a whole nother story, man. Work is work. I work at a restaurant, and um, I close tonight, but I'm going to be running this campaign tomorrow, this session tomorrow. Hopefully, hopefully we finish tomorrow. I want them to defeat Strahd and get all the rewards and stuff that they need tomorrow. That way I have enough time to study for the next campaign, because we are going into the abyss, with elemental evil. Is, is it elemental evil? No, it's Madness series. It's Madness of Demons or something like that. I can't remember the series name, but they're going to the Underdark, and I'm kind of excited. I love the Underdark. The Underdark is fun. There's a lot of neat new races down there. Uh, the the atmosphere, not atmosphere. The ecosystem is beautiful. You know, the giant mushroom trees and pillars and everything. I'm planning on throwing maybe some old dwarven technology in this with Dwargar. Um, do like an ancient dwarven home or something like that setup. And it's gonna be fun. But I don't get that till I get that this week, the book, and I'm hoping that they finish so that I have enough time next week to be able to study. Um, because that's a thing. Um, so yeah, I'm also I've also got an account on D&D Beyond. That's super fun. It's like a D&D Facebook, I guess you could say. Um, and that's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. We're doing this thing called Play by Post, which is pretty much RPing with a D&D twist to it, where you play on the forums. But I've got a group right now who is about to start. They just started actually. I just threw them in, and sorry if that rang next to the mic. I don't know if that was heard, but my phone just rang. Um, but we're uh, we're starting in a homebrew campaign in the like in Faerun. I don't really have a full campaign set up. I'm pretty much going to let the campaign form itself. I have a number of foot quests that they can attend, choose to attend, and depending on what they do, will form the campaign. Um, so that's the idea, and they are currently having fun with that. Or at least I hope they are. They just started. Um, they're all like bird folk. Like there's one that's an Aarakocra. They're all flying creatures, and they wanted to go for like a bird party type thing, which is pretty funny. One's an Aarakocra, which is like an eagle person. Um, Another's a Kenku, which is like crow people. Um, they ran out of bird races, but they didn't want to be the same thing. So one of them is a another one of them is a he's a Warforged, and we replaced his AC bonus that Warforged get with wings, which might be a little bit questionable, but I don't care. They gave him wings and a bird head, and he's pretty much a robot bird. So that's cool. And then there's another guy. He's not a bird. He's a I can't remember what he is. He's not a bird person. He's an actual humanoid, but he's a warlock with a pact with the Raven Queen. So he gets a pet bird from that, and, like a raven. So and he gets certain bonuses from it too. So it's interesting. They're all bird themed pretty much, um, and it looks like they're gonna have fun with that one. It looks interesting, and I'm gonna throw them in the clutches of death itself. Hopefully they survive. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much been my week. I'm not gonna try to post daily, just because I don't have the time nor the computing power. But I'm going to try to upload whenever I can, probably once or twice a week. Um, just because of work and school and uh, my daily life, and obviously, like I said, computing power. I don't have time to upload every day, um, like I was trying to before. Um, and Yeah, so um, that's about it. I'll, um, I'll talk to you guys whenever I can later. All right, bye.